As we enter budget season, I have some pressing questions that require answers. Questions that concern every citizen of our beloved country. Over the last 4.5 years, we have witnessed the expenditure of massive funds by the current administration. Yet we must ask, where is the accountability? Where are the tangible results that should accompany such immense spending? Let's examine the situation more closely. The oil discoveries have brought a significant windfall to our nation. But let us be clear, this is not a result of any innovative policy or program by the current government. These discoveries were purely fortuitous. The real question at hand is, what has the government done with the new-found wealth? How have they managed our resources outside of the oil sector? The sad truth is, beyond the oil, there appears to be little to no substantial effort to increase or diversify our national resources. We are on the verge of witnessing another massive budget this year, following last year's budget that exceeded 1 trillion Guyana dollars. This figure alone is staggering. Yet, what's more alarming is the government has returned on multiple occasions seeking supplementary allocations. These repeated requests raise a fundamental question. Where is all this money going? Let's look at some of the examples. Infrastructure projects. Despite allocating significant funds to infrastructure, key projects like the new Demerara Harbour Bridge and the Linden-Mabura Road are still incomplete. The promised transformation of these critical routes remains unrealized, causing continuous inconvenience to commuters and hindering economic growth. Healthcare. The government allocated billions to improve healthcare services, yet major hospitals like the Georgetown Public Hospital still face chronic shortages of essential supplies and equipment. Patients continue to experience long wait times and inadequate care. Education. Despite commitments to revolutionize the education system, many schools across the country remain in poor condition. Recent reports indicate that some schools in rural areas lack basic amenities such as functioning toilets and adequate classrooms, forcing our children to learn in subpar conditions. Our nation deserves transparency. We deserve to know how our money is being spent and what plans are in place to ensure that these funds benefit every citizen. The lack of completed projects, the constant need for additional funds suggests mismanagement at best and at worst, a potential misuse of resources. Take, for example, the reported overpayments to contractors and the lack of accountability in how contracts are awarded. These are red flags that cannot be ignored. It also has come to our attention that there are some ministers who are using their positions to demand hefty kickbacks as a prerequisite for allocating contracts. This corruption is a direct assault on our nation's development. And while Vice President Jagdeo might challenge us to provide evidence, we know that the PPP has become adept at covering up their shenanigans. Especially in an election year, everyone is on their best behavior. But when the scrutiny fades, it's back to business as usual. Unchecked thievery. We cannot continue to go down this path. If we do, the question becomes not just about the present, but the future. Will we have anything left when the PPP is finished? The future of Guyana should not be mortgaged by irresponsible governance. Instead, it should be secured through prudent, transparent, and accountable management of our resources. We at the Alliance for Change are committed to this kind of responsible governance. I am committed to bringing back integrity to the way we run the country. I know it will be a hard task to change behaviors that have been ingrained under this regime, but we believe in a government that serves the people and ensures that every dollar spent is accounted for and benefits the nation. As we move forward, let us demand more from our leaders. Let us demand accountability, transparency, and a government that truly works for the people. I thank you.